That's what we do every day on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. Welcome, everybody. It's National Anthem Day, guys. It's March 3rd, 2020. And with that, let's welcome my partner in justice, Shady Groove. Shady.
Hello, sir. It's a pleasure to be your partner in justice, and it is a pleasure to be here with all of you again today. Happy Super Tuesday / National Anthem Day.
Wait, Super Thursday, I thought it was.
Super Thursday. Sorry. Yes, it'll be Super Thursday in 2 days. Wait.
Right. So
this is Super Thursday.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure. That's what Joe said. Biden.
Let's get some news.
Let's listen. Here we go. Let's listen to this.
150 million people have been killed since 2007.
Wow.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over if you'd like to see help out. If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330. We choose truth over facts.
Yep.
Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. His mom lived in Long Island for 10 years or so. God rest her soul. And although your mom's still alive. Is your dad passed?
Oops.
God bless her soul. Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck,
stand up.
Chuck, let me see you.
Oh, God.
Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? A man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack America. In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
So there you go, guys. There is your next Democrat nominee, because apparently, guys, they are staging a coup against Bernie, Islamic. So just so you know, he's not communist. He's Islamic. He backs Islamist views, radical Islam views, Shady. But look at this. They're doing it, Shady. They're doing it.
Man, they are doing it. They are going to put this guy up there, and then they're going to steal it from Bernie and give it to this guy in front of everybody. And also last night on the program, he was interviewing some people that were standing in line to see Biden.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of interesting, because every single person that they talked to was saying that they have concerns about Joe Biden's ability to speak in public and his possible interaction with Donald Trump whenever they're debating one another.
Could you imagine Trump and Biden in a debate?
It wouldn't even be funny. I mean, he would be able to expose him. Everything he says would trigger him, number one. So then once he gets triggered, then he's going to start rambling into not saying the right thing. I mean, even with Chris Wallace, he's like all backtracking to say Chuck Todd, and then he says Chris again. I was just on Chris instead of on Chuck.
And he doesn't even know what state he's in. I mean, Shady, the POTUS nailed it the other night. Wouldn't you have like a piece of paper to everybody here in Iowa? Look down and see it there. I mean, who's handling this guy?
I don't know, but the people that are handling him are what would be considered lifelong bureaucrats, and I think they may be out of touch with the current mainstream America.
That's right. I totally agree. And here's some of the pictures last night from the small rally that POTUS was at. Yeah,
that was an incredible rally. It was unreal. This was in Charlotte, and the people outside, it wasn't quite as cold as it was in South Carolina, and it looked like it did in Phoenix outside of Charlotte last night.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. He barely even fills the room, guys.
And it's just like for people out there that haven't gotten the opportunity to go to one of these things, it really is interesting to see how the fake news in the center of the room are the focal point, and how he drives the narrative, and they just keep shrinking during the rally, man. I mean, it's like all these beautiful American patriots who know that they're lying to them. Like, these aren't the people that are still indoctrinated. These are the people that know those people are lying to them. And it's staggering that they even have the stamina to go there and do it.
That's right. Absolutely. I mean, it's tough. I mean, if you're going to get in that front little area, Shady, it is a wait, and then you stand there through everybody talking. It's a long day. But look at the dedication that people do just to get up into that front row area, Shady. They get there, the day before at nothing o'clock,
Well, also let's look at the dedication from whenever they have to cut the line off whenever they have X amount of people in, and all those people at the end of the rally are still in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Standing there watching on the big screen, like they're not going home because they didn't get in.
And they're cheering just like they are outside. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's a big community, and they're sharing stuff and taking care of each other. I mean,
it's real. That's right. And guys, by the way, we are brought to you today by My Patriot Supply. The link is right there to help out the show and get some good stuff. 4-week emergency food supply kit, averages 2,000 plus calories a day. 252 servings for you. Prepare today. And obviously they got the Alexa Pro Pure. There's a big one. This is the ultimate. It's a big one, and it has a drinking area as well. Food kits. I mean, guys, be ready, not just for like coronavirus, but for power outages. Look what happened in, God bless Tennessee today. They had that tornado. We have to vote, Nadine. That's exactly right. But guys, if you guys would please support yourself with My Patriot Supply, that also supports us. So thank you very much for that. But this is amazing, guys. What we're witnessing is amazing. Look at this. Look at this. Let's just watch this real quick. Wow, listen to that bass.
So beautiful.
Maybe they're doing it on purpose because they're not supposed to have this song. But look at him coming in, guys.
And look at the reception.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I have to not play the music because they take channels down for playing this song. God bless the USA, believe it or not.
Isn't that interesting? And
Yeah.
Lee Greenwood wouldn't have any problem with it whatsoever. That would be his production company who controls the song.
Right. And he always, it's interesting too. He always plays. You can't always get what you want by the Rolling Stones too. That always was interesting. Yes, full on. It's huge. They're huge. These rallies, full on rallies from Fiona. How you doing, Sturgis? Hello. How are you doing? Pray and play. Look at Anthony Steele. 5G streetlight breakdown. Sure. I trust my president, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about 5G. That's just what I'm saying and thinking, guys. Lisa Hughes, best president ever. Absolutely. Mike Hess, how you doing, my friend? God bless the USA. We got Q Patriot Robinson, welcome, and love from stupid Nevada. Also, if you join she just joined the Welcome to the Q Army, so you got the cool, Vernon Peterson, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. If you join the Q Army Plus membership, you can go hang out with us in Discord. Shady, that's pretty fun, isn't it? Hanging out with all the Patriots in Discord.
Yeah. It really is, and getting to do a little bit of digging with them is fun too.
That's right.
Hey, Carly, how you doing?
There's Carly. Hello. She says rallies keeps them in the news, for sure.
Thank you, Julie. We miss you too.
Julie, thank you. Julie Diaz, I miss y'all. Shady Matrixx, thank you. See, you're first though. She misses you more.
That's all right sometimes, isn't it?
It's all right all the time, Shady. It's awesome. So let's watch this. This is breaking news. This is Chris Matthews. Let's watch this.
Uh-oh, what happened to him?
Let me start with my headline tonight. I'm retiring. This is the last hardball on MSNBC, and obviously this isn't for lack of interest in politics. As you can tell, I've loved every minute of my 20 years as host of Hardball. Every morning I read the papers, I'm gung-ho to get to work. Not many people have had this privilege. I love working with my producers and the discussions we have over how to report the news. And I love having this connection with you, the good people who watch. I've learned who you are, bumping into you on the sidewalk or waiting at an airport and saying hello. You're like me. I hear it from your kids and grandchildren who say, my dad loves you, or my grandmother loves you, or my husband watched it till the end. Well, after a conversation with MSNBC, I decided tonight will be my last hardball, so let me tell you why. The younger generations out there are ready to take the reins. We see them in politics, in the media, in fighting for their causes. They are improving the workplace. We're talking here about better standards than we grew up with fair standards. A lot of it has to do with how we talk to each other. Compliments on a woman's appearance that some men, including me, might have once incorrectly thought were okay. We're never okay. Not then and certainly not today. And for making such comments in the past, I'm sorry. I'm very proud of the work I've done here. Long before I went on television, I worked for years in politics, was a newspaper columnist, an author. I'm working on another book. I'll continue to write and talk about politics and cheer on my producers and crew here in Washington and New York and my MSNBC colleagues. They will continue to produce great journalism in the years ahead. And for those of you who have gotten into the habit of watching Hardball every night, I hope you're going to miss me because I'm going to miss you. But remembering Humphrey Bogart and Casablanca, we'll always have Hardball. So let's not say goodbye, but till we meet again.
Goodbye. Oh my gosh, right?
Chalk it up to another resignation.
That's it, man.
I mean, here another one down. They're falling like flies. Boom.
You see my new car?
I like it.
And Shady got one too. Did you see Shady's new car? There's
They're
Shady's.
matching pair.
There's Shady's new car, the total acquittal. There's mine.
You know you're jealous of the total acquittal.
Yeah, I like the total acquittal. Look at the roof with the eyes on Trump, man. That is amazing.
What a nice screen printing job. Oh my God.
Lamborghinis.
Lamborghini.
I love it. Look at my Lambro. Dude, check that out, guys. I love it, man. Wow. And yeah, it was amazing. And you know, Bloomberg, amazing. So we got some stuff. But I do want to let you guys know that this is and Cutter, thank you very much for reminding me that it is the National Anthem Day today. You're not going to see it on mainstream news, are you, Shady?
Nope. Mainstream news does not want to tell you it's National Anthem Day.
No, they don't want you to know. So I did do a quick video, and it's right. Cheers. Let me see. Where is it? Right here. Here it is, right here. So this is the video. I'm going to drop it to you guys. If you guys want to check it out, retweet it. But let's go ahead and listen to it. And you know, this flag was dropped by Q. Okay. It was a YouTube video of the flag waving, and I took that and put it to music of our amazing military. They were all combined doing the national anthem. Let's check it out, Shady. And watch how the flag kind of goes with the music. It was just, everybody, you know, here we go. Happy National Anthem Day, Patriots. God bless you all. There you have it, guys. There's your national anthem. That was amazing. Thank you, Reptiles, for Q double playing. It wasn't in mine, so I don't know what YouTube did to that sound. 5-5 here.
I saw that too. It sounded normal to me.
Yep.
In my headset.
Yep, it is. It's probably YouTube. They don't like the national anthem much, I'm sure. But we do have Joe Ray Perkins in the house going for Senate in Oregon. Shady, thank you for coming again. And guys, Shady, let's go find her link too.
I've got it. I think right here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop it to you guys real quick. If you guys want to support Joe Ray for Senate, Joe Ray Perkins, she is an amazing candidate, and she is working her tail off out here. You would not believe how fast this lady is moving, trying to represent Oregon in a real way, actually our Constitution in mind and our freedoms in mind and our liberty in mind. And the idea that we could have a candidate like that in the U.S. Senate is just really fascinating as well. She was on the show a few weeks back, if you guys didn't see it, and was reading some Q posts with us, Matrixxx.
Absolutely. It was amazing. Just think. We might have had, just think of this. We had a senator who's going to win Oregon on this show talking about what we all know about, guys.
The truth.
The truth.
And also, just to add to that, I've met with her at a couple different events now, and when she speaks to people with the truth, and it's a really good. And I could even go into just a second to explain how she approaches people, because she's obviously out here in Oregon, and we have to talk to people that do not agree with us. Okay?
That's right.
And so, regardless, you have to tell people, you have to explain to people who you are. And she's really effective with explaining to people that on 9/11, were you a Muslim? Were you a Christian? Were you Jewish? Were you a Republican? What were you on that day?
American, Shady.
You were an American, and we were all Americans on that day. And it doesn't really matter who you're talking to in an audience. If they're coherent and they're not overblown with the TDS, then they can understand what you're saying to them.
Yeah.
And also, do you want a better future for your children's children's children? Better than you had?
100%.
And if the answer to those questions are yes, and America, then we're not really in that much disagreement like the mainstream media wants to project on us. And that's the truth. And that we can come to terms and we can agree to disagree, but we have to start having accountability and transparency in government, and the first way to get there is to elect people that believe that same thing, Matrixxx, and that is really what we're focused on in Oregon with Joe Ray out here. And it's really great to see how much support she's been able to acquire so far. Like I said, she's been running around like mad, and it's a blessing. It really is.
I dare you guys to go donate $17. I dare any one of you to go over there and donate $17. I want that. In fact, that's amazing, Joe Ray. I love that you did that. I think everybody here will appreciate that as well. So we need Oregon. Oregon has not been a red state ever. Not that I remember anyways, right?
Not really on the, in the concentrated areas. At least we have a lot of outlying patriots, but they are everybody's pulling the wool over everybody's eyes out here. People are sucked into this belief that the government's going to take care of you, that the government is there to take care of you, or that it's some sort of safety net for everyone and not just those in need. And so and the illegal immigration thing is bad out here for them not working with the president in the sanctuary city. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that changes once he says, okay, you're not going to get this money anymore for whatever you have to do until you start obeying our immigration laws.
That's right. That's right.
Joe Ray will stand up for that.
Oh, yeah, I know. And she's awesome. And I want her on my side.
Exactly. I don't want to be on the opposite side.
I want her on my side, and she knows about what we know about Shady. I mean, the Q stuff. I mean, just amazing. And
started reading Q within the first week or so of it coming out. So she is extremely red-pilled. She's very red-pilled. So Joe Ray, good luck. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Let me know who's the first person that donated $17 to Joe Ray. Let me know if whoever did that. All right.
I mean, that would be amazing. Joe Ray is woke, says Fiona. That's absolutely right. So there we go. Trump actually kind of revealed the real reasons why Buttigieg is out. Because this is quid pro quo, guys. They paid him. Carly caught that video. Do you remember?
Yes, he did.
So the video, he got a little paycheck and put it in his little pocket there. And he says Buttigieg is out. All of the Super Tuesday votes will go to sleepy Joe Biden. Great timing. This is the real beginning of the Dems taking Bernie out of play. No nomination again. Wow.
And he just simply walked away.
Yeah. And that's by Matt Couch.
Matt Couch, what a spine.
Yeah, what a spine, right? I mean, amazing. Well, I've seen people have spines in Washington. I've seen people walking around, Shady.
They're walking around so that okay. So
who said that? That was
vertebrates.
Who said that? That was some chick on Fox News saying, "I know that they have spines because I've seen them walking around DC."
Because the people actually stand up straight.
I mean, my gosh. Adeline, thank you so much. The Dilly Show is informative info. Yes, he is, and that's 1 hour before us. It's like Dilly, then Matrixxx and Shady. I mean, that's you mean. You can't.
What better start to your day than that?
That's right. And I actually went over there and cruised over today and watched him for a little bit. What a great,
he's good,
great show.
Man. He really is. He's so good, and he's so direct. And that's a guy that needs to be in office somewhere as well.
So remember, this is a vote for Biden, guys. Here we go.
And by the way, I got hairy legs.
Oh, Sky Blue.
Whoa! What do you got?
That
Biden?
that turn blonde in the sun. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Isn't that nice? That's who the Democrat establishment wants to put in as the president of the United States, Shady.
They're going to railroad the person who's going to get the most votes to put him in.
That's right. And don't forget to get over to Georgia, because Biden says Georgia has Super Tuesday too, but it's raining, so they may not get any votes today, Shady.
Fake news.
Oh my gosh. So let's give Sky Blue donated $17 to Joe Ray today. She accepted. Sky Blue, I'm sorry. I'm assuming that you're a she. I'm so sorry. Sky Blue, Patriot, accepted the challenge and did it. Wow, that is amazing. $17 to Joe Ray. See, Joe Ray, we love you here. We love you here. And God bless you, Godspeed. So basically, we wanted to talk about, we kind of talked about the flag today. It's National Anthem Day, right, Shady?
Right. Yes.
And we kind of wanted to go over a couple of posts because, God is love. Sky Blue, yeah, you helped a lot. Thank you so much. Just remember, too, you have to live in the States in order to... yes, we know, Jesse James. Tell Biden that.
Unless you're giving to Biden or anyone with the last name Clinton or anybody in the Democrat Party.
That's right.
And then we accept donations from Ukraine, Iraq. I don't care where you're at. You can send it in.
Over to them.
Ballots are good.
Over them. So Jesse James, yes, I was quoting Joe Biden, my brother. Yes, we know Georgia is not part of Super Tuesday, my friend. Isn't that funny? He thought it was, though, guys.
He totally did.
You just can't make it up. Shady, why don't you go ahead and just read this, because this is who we are.
And this is who Q is teaching us that we all are. We're not some sort of minority of the country. And Q gives us the picture of the flag, and he says, "Be proud, Patriots. Today, like in 2016, you are in one united voice rising up to defend this great nation. Today, like in 2016, you are in one united voice protecting the freedoms in which so many have died to provide. Today, like in 2016, you are in one united voice making America great again. We stand together. We stand united. We stand for our flag. We stand for good. We stand for what is right. We stand for compassion. We stand for freedom. We stand for peace. We stand for liberty. We stand for justice. We stand for equality. We stand for prosperity for all. All. We stand for religious freedom. We stand for human rights. We stand for life. We stand for each other. We stand for friendship. We stand for love. We stand for ... We stand for the United States of America. Are you proud to be an American? Today, America is reunited.
Press 45 if you are proud to be an American.
I sure am.
Let me get my 45 in there.
I'm proud to be an American like I've never been in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, me too. Me too. With Patriots like Joe Ray, we also have the Jesse Melton down there going against Parkland. This is a Parkland guy, dude, that we're going after, Jesse. If you want to help her too, get over to votejesse.com. We've got so many races. There's Nancy Pelosi races. There's, so many that we've got to get involved in.
And that's
go ahead.
One thing for the lady, Deanna, what's her name? I'll go find it right now. She's running against Nancy. They didn't put her name on the ballot. You have to write it in California today. So if you're in California and Deanna, what's her name here?
I got it right here because I just
you would have to write. She did a Periscope last night showing that they didn't have her name on the ballot, but it is valid to write her in.
Wow.
So, this is Nancy Pelosi district shenanigans. I mean, the hands have been in the cookie jar so long, they've got an octopus tentacle in every single orifice of the election process, bro.
Yeah, and let's get her. Let's make sure we look at her today because that's important. I mean, they don't even have her on the ballot.
Nope. It's like some people had, but for the majority of the people that were telling her, she was saying on her scope last night that they were hundreds of people reporting her that they weren't even on the ballot.
Wow. Let me put this in Discord real quick, and I'll be right over there. This is in for here. This way I can grab the link. I like our Lambros. Those are awesome, dude. Lamborghinis. All right, so this is Deanna for Congress against Nancy. If you are in California in Nancy Pelosi's district, please write in Deanna for Congress, and let's make sure we understand. This is Deanna Lorraine. She's a conservative Sicilian Spitfire running against Nancy Pelosi for Congress. She will replace her and her soulless leadership with love, laws, and fierce patriotism. Tick-tock, old Nan, your day of reckoning is coming for your crimes against Americans. By Nancy, guys. Look at that.
She's a strong candidate too. She has a box truck that has a television screen on it, and she's parking it in front of Nancy's office and showing her the plight of the veterans in America and the reason that we need to fix San Francisco and what's really happening out in the streets, the homelessness and the despair and the joblessness that's going on there in the decaying society that is happening in the district of San Francisco. And she really cares and is standing up. Yeah. So let's support her too.
Yeah, Exile said, thank you. I will write her in. That's awesome because look at this, man. I mean, she, if you look at her Twitter account, she's absolutely amazing. She's in California 12. She's a Republican Christian. She's MAGA. See her platform and donate. Here it is. Today's the day for her right there. And that's amazing. This is the last minute donations for last minute ad spends. Greatly appreciated. Primary day is today. That was 9 minutes ago. Let's retweet that for her. So let's shock the world today. You guys don't have anything going on. You're in Oregon, right? You're not part of Super Tuesday with George, are you?
No.
I know George is not Super Tuesday. I'm just making fun of Joe Biden, guys.
Just for the record.
Just for the record. All right. So I'd also like to see, remember you read this post? We stand for indictments and transparency for criminals. So look at this. Senator Ron Johnson is about ready to issue the first subpoena in Burisma Biden probe, guys. Senator Ron Johnson, the chairman of the Senate Homeland Security Committee, is preparing to issue the panel's first subpoena as part of an investigation into Burisma Holdings, the Ukrainian energy company linked to Hunter Biden, he said in a letter on Sunday. Johnson, who's a Wisconsin Republican, told Democrat Michigan Senator Gary Peters of his plans to subpoena Andriy Telizhenko, Telizenko, a former Ukrainian embassy official and former consultant to Blue Star Strategies, a firm that Burisma hired to fight against corruption allegations. Pretty interesting, guys, right? Look at that. So you got Hunter Biden and Mr. Biden running for president or Congress. What is he running for? Senate? I don't even think he knows. Ask him. He'll tell you.
Tomorrow it might be he might be running for city council. Just depends on the day.
City council.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one day it's president, one day it's Senate, one day it's councilman, next day it's House representative. It really just depends on, it's like which suit he puts on.
So the Star Spangled Banner, it's a patriotic song, right here. It was basically written in 1931 by Francis Scott Key, as you guys probably know. On September 14th.
Turned into the anthem on that day.
Yes, it was adopted because it was written on September 14th, 1814. It was made a national anthem by congressional resolution on this date in 1931. It has 19 Seminites in it and has been considered one of the most difficult songs to sing. Very amazing. And that's your Star Spangled Banner. I wrote that kind of wrong, didn't I?
It's a piece of music like no other, man.
That's right. It really is.
What it does when you listen to it.
Also, there are 6 deaths now in the coronavirus.
6?
6.
And they're all from one facility.
Yeah. Evergreen.
Evergreen?
Yeah.
So the Evergreen Nursing Home in Washington State.
Evergreen Health.
Evergreen Health, LLC. Has an issue, and no one else has died other than outside of that building?
Yeah, nope.
Huh. That sounds like fake news.
Here it is, Kirkland, Washington. Here's Evergreen Health. There they are.
They're reporting the day the Pope does not have coronavirus. I repeat, the Pope does not have coronavirus, according to mainstream media.
Disinfo is necessary.
It's like, let's hope he recovers, is what that says.
Let's check out a great, this is great. I want to show you guys this.
Like my belt?
Love your belt,
President Trump. What is there not to love? He's a fighter. Number one, he's a fighter. He has the Democrats on the run. They don't know what to do. When never have we had a Republican that the Democrats cannot mess with. He fights them at their level and wins every time. Trump's never lost. He didn't lose in the Republican primary. All the Russian collusion, the Ukrainian, the emoluments clause, all of that stuff they threw at him didn't stick. And so we love him. He didn't have to do this. He's got a successful life. He didn't have to do this for us. But, you love your country. You don't want to see, your country turn socialist. You don't want to see liberals take over your country and turn it into something. Keep on fighting, sir. We're back behind you all the way. Never will forsake you. We will never forsake you because you're for us. Boom. And that means a lot. That means a lot.
That's huge right there, guys. Interesting comments that we saw here. Evergreen is code for Hillary. We knew that, right? But somebody made a great comment here. Let me see where it is. How many times? Let me see. I think Evergreen, Hillary, Washington is the Evergreen state. That's right. Evergreen. We were asked to define Evergreen. And another definition of Evergreen. This is Angela So's Quilty. So how do nursing home patients get coronavirus? They travel a lot, do they?
Yeah, they sure do. They're like they're the ones that get free airfare to Europe and China.
Right.
They fly back and forth all the time, bro.
Right.
Sometimes like multiple times in a week.
That's right. We got a Vivian Hottie live cam girl says hello to everybody.
I mean, in theory, someone could have traveled from overseas and visited the nursing home and infected the nursing home. Yes, it's a possibility. But the reality of the place being called Evergreen and this all being a big fake news to-da that's going on, that even Dr. Drew is out there yelling at him yesterday.
Yo, he was awesome.
He was shot out of a cannon, right? I mean, that he's not a passionate Trump supporter. I mean,
that's right.
So let's really see that the middle of the road, and going back to what the people were saying outside of the Biden gathering. We won't call it a rally. It was more like a large press conference.
Guys, wait, Shady, look at this.
They're concerned about who he is and
Shady,
how he represents them.
Define evergreen, non-standard definition. Think depopulation.
Yeah, we were looking at that yesterday. It's in the evergreen drop. Depopulation. Yeah. Silent War Continues is in there too. We just had those Silent War Continues. Remember the last few days.
When
and
you
what was
call
the date?
plumber?
Show people the date on this.
Yeah, this was 2/12, my birthday.
2/12/18, right?
20.
Oh yeah, that one was 2/12/20, but the other one was earlier.
But no. I mean, look at.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, you're good. I'm sorry, I interrupted you because I was like, ah!
Yeah, but that we were looking at that whenever we were all in the Discord yesterday. We were like seeing the evergreen, and also we could remind people about the Corona drops. 6 drops about Corona offline in August of 18 have a couple of them have weird stringers with them, and these had some stringers with them. So I don't know if there's a connection or not, but it's interesting to see that these all Corona posts appeared right at the same time, 6 in a row, and Q pointed to the eyes in the sky. We also had the satellites that just got delayed, this big group of satellites they're putting up right now as we're talking about Corona here as a disease, with the rose looking back at evergreen with stringer codes and Corona with stringer codes.
It's definitely amazing. I wanted to, because it is National Day, it's time to unite, fight for our freedom. Together we're strong. Apart we are weak. Patriots have no skin color. Shady, and I love this one too. Why don't you go ahead and, would you read this one as well?
Sure will. There was a time when our children stood at attention, put their hand on their heart, and in one united voice recited the Pledge of Allegiance. There was a time when strength and honor meant something. There was a time when standing for our flag meant something. There was a time when our history and heritage was taught with pride and respect. There was a time when respect was given to those who served, bled, and died to protect and defend our God-given freedom. There was a time when we were grateful. There was a time when these United States of America, one nation under God, was united. There was a time when these United States of America, one nation under God, was united under one flag. There was a time when we the people decided our future. There was a time when we the people had a voice. There was a time when we the people were united and strong. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Or one day, we'll spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States, where men were free. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay. There is a point beyond which they must not advance. We will preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we will sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness. Ronald Reagan. It is time we the people reclaim what is rightfully ours. Will you answer the call? Your country needs you. Your vote matters. We stand together. Be on your guard and stand firm in the faith, and be courageous and be strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13. Q.
That I had. Now, I went through the 7th grade. I went to the 7th grade. I left home when I was 10 years old because I was hungry. And I used to, this is true. I work in the summer and I go to school in the winter. But I had this one teacher. He was the principal of the Harrison School in Vincennes, Indiana. To me, this was the greatest teacher, a real sage of my time, anyhow. He had such wisdom. And we were all reciting the Pledge of Allegiance one day. And he walked over, this little old teacher, Mr. Laswell was his name. Mr. Laswell, and he says, he says, I've been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. If I may I recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity, allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom. Wherever she waves, there's respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. United. That means that we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states, 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose, all divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose, and that's love for country. And to the republic, a state in which sovereign power is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern. And government is the people, and it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands. One nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance: under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that would be eliminated from schools too?
There you go. That was a beautiful video. I thought, to just share for today as well, guys.
Wow.
As we head out on Super Tuesday to vote red.
Doesn't that really just show you something else about your country whenever you listen to it like that?
Yeah.
It gives everything clarity to see what it is supposed to mean for America to be respected. The left wants to spin what the president is saying about make America great again into some sort of racist rant whenever he's talking about we engineered disrespect on purpose. These prior administrations, these bureaucratic numbskulls, engineered disrespect on purpose to divide and conquer the greatest land of people ever amassed civilization on planet Earth. And he is systematically telling you, I'm taking that apart. And the system that is being taken apart is fighting like an ox, man. They do not want their gravy train gone, and they're willing to throw hellfire at it to stop us and what you guys are doing and to call us names and to say we're this and to use these large mainstream media mouthpieces and platforms against us only to lose.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And they're brainwashing people to have people vote for this.
And by the way, you know, I got hairy legs that turn.
I mean, are you freaking kidding me, people? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. So pray for Nashville. That was a really good statement by President Trump today. Also, I want to just play you what they think, how patriotic they are. Let's watch.
It's leading towards potentially a broker convention, which will be rigged against Bernie if those superdelegates have their way on that second vote.
To that, you say what, Donna?
First of all, I want to talk to my Republicans. First of all, stay the hell out of our race. Stay the hell out of our race. I get sick and tired, Ed and Sandra, of listening to Republicans tell me and the Democrats about our process. First of all, they don't have a process. They're canceling primaries. They have winner take all. They don't have the kind of democracy that we see on the Democratic side.
Thank God.
And for people to use Russian talking points to sow division among Americans, that is stupid. So, Ronna, go to hell. This is not about, go to hell. I'm tired of it, Ed. Wow. We're not trying to prevent anyone from becoming the nominee. If you have the delegates and win, you will win. This notion that somehow or another Democrats are out there trying to put hurdles or roadblocks before one candidate, that's stupid. I know what's going on. They are scared of Democrats coming together to defeat Donald Trump. They need to be focusing on what we're focusing on the Democratic Party, and that is preventing foreign interference in our elections. Stop using Russian talking points, Madam Chairwoman. Period.
All right.
Stop using it. It
Donna,
pisses
with
me.
all due respect, we had her on to talk about what she sees happening here in the same way that we asked you to.
But Sandra, she's not a Democrat. I'm a Democrat, but I'm also an American. And I have a responsibility to make sure that the process, I know the process, Ronna knows the process, but to infer that we're trying to prevent one candidate over another, that's not happening. And if there's any proof, Madam Chairwoman, any proof, Mr. President, that we're trying to somehow or another change this process for one candidate.
Well, let's just take this back to the basic. Let's take this to back.
Show the proof, Shady. Show it. Well, we got Q Post saying that they're changing the rules here too. Also, this is Ronna McDaniel's response, Shady. It's okay, Donna Brazil. I'd be having a bad day too if my party was still hopelessly divided. Talk of a brokered convention and the DNC trying to stop Bernie obviously hit a little close to home now, didn't it? I added that.
Boy, it sure did.
Wow.
And to me, that looks just a lot like panic.
It looks a lot like, absolutely. I know, right? So let's see what Ronna has here. Let's see. Here we go.
What do you see happening as far as you just heard the president's own words that this is a rigged process against Bernie Sanders, coming down hard on Sleepy Joe is the nickname that he's given Joe Biden, the former vice president. What is the strategy on the part of the president, Donald Trump? We're going to hear from him at the 11 o'clock Eastern time hour today. He could weigh in on the race for 2020 and Super Tuesday. We'll see. What's his strategy?
Well, the president's prepared to run against either of the candidates that come out, any of the candidates, and that's why we've expanded. We're in 18 states, building up our volunteer base and our ground game. But the president's going to take them all on, just like they're taking him on every single day on the debate stage or as they're campaigning, and he's going to highlight the differences. The reality is the Democrats are moving towards a socialist party, and the president has results that he gets to talk about to the American people, like higher wages and more jobs and a stronger military. And that's going to be the contrast we're going to see heading into November.
There you go. I mean, they're panic, Shady. We know the DNC is rigging the race against Bernie. You wrote a book about it and did a media tour with Donna Brazil. I'm sure this primary makes you feel like you were in hell. And while misery loves company, all we can do is offer our sympathies.
Yeah. I mean, look at what you're seeing. Look at, are you mad because it's not working for you? what's the anger? Why is it not working? Why are you not able to present a functional DNC to the public to vote for?
Yeah.
I mean, even there's all kinds of stuff falling apart. AOC's campaign guy quit randomly within the last 24 hours or something. And also we got the Tom Fenton decision yesterday. I don't know. Did we talk about that yet?
Talk about it.
Grab it. It's right here. Link here in Zoom. He got a 75-day order to.
Hillary, right?
Yeah. For her, she has to come under deposition. This will be the first time this woman has ever been made to answer questions under oath.
Wow.
She has 75 days to comply, and it also leads to subpoenas for Cheryl Mills and other people that are connected to Burisma on a lot of these different State Department, like why the judge in this case wants to know is the same judge that made the decision about Burisma and Biden.
Wow.
And he says that what her written depositions were that she submitted to Comey and the FBI were grossly inefficient to explain her purposes of activities.
Wow. Yeah, Marie, she's probably going to get sick too before this. Remember,
it'll be her or the judge.
And remember the Q post, right, or the judge. Remember the Q post saying that the Clintons' health is going to be deteriorating.
I would say it will be starting within the next 75 days.
Wow.
My corona.
Where's Saul memes? Saul memes. My corona. I love it. But this is interesting, guys. So a federal judge has ordered Hillary Clinton to sit for a sworn deposition regarding her use of private email account while serving as Secretary of State. U.S. District Court Royce Lamberth, a Reagan appointee, yay, on Monday, filed the order for Clinton to appear. Let's go look at that. There's Politico. Okay. They just call it an email flap. It's just a flap, guys. It's not email treason.
No, it's not hiding State Department business from the State Department.
Right.
What the? Sorry.
It's just a fap. I mean, excuse me, a flap.
A flap.
Okay, yeah. Not fap.
It is a fap. All right.
It's a fap and a flap. All right. So Hillary, you're going down. I mean, thank God people are waking up, folks. Let's go over. Thank God for Tom Fenton's relentless pursuit of this. I mean, I don't know where we would be if he wasn't up there on the Hill every day going after these people and utilizing the Freedom of Information Act for freedom of information. That's right. Shady, I kind of want to address Mr. James O'Keefe as well.
Sure.
He keeps saying that it's a vote for anarcho-communism and radical political violence, but the digging that we've done, Sue Donim out there, she's actually off today, and Kiwi and ourselves, Shady, have realized that his national campaign manager has radical Islamic beliefs, Shady, even funded Hamas. So I'm not so sure this is communism, guys. Let's take a look.
Pretty much anarcho-syndicalism. There's a lot of me's in the Bernie campaign. Bernie doesn't get the nominees in Milwaukee.
Don't they kind of look like they're Islamist guys, just with the beards and stuff? I'm just saying. Let's just look.
I mean, we track truly radical people.
Walk into that NBC studios, drag those motherfuckers up by their hair, and light them on fire in the streets.
I'm ready to start tearing bricks up and start fighting. It's going to take militancy. I'm already on Twitter following numerous groups around the country that are ready to organize.
Like Antifa, yellow vests, all that, but keeping that in the back burner for right now.
I'll straight up get arms. I want to learn how to shoot and go train. I canvass with someone who's an anarchist.
I'm an anarcho-communist. I'm as far to the left as you can possibly get.
I canvass with someone who's more of a Marxist-Leninist. I'm a communist that believes in pretty much anarcho-syndicalism.
No, they're not just communists.
A lot of the stories we're told in the United States about the Gulag are exaggerated.
Our prisons in the United States right now are far worse.
We have more people in prison in this country right now.
That's kind of what Bernie's like, hey, free education for everybody. We're going to have to teach you not to be a Nazi.
What will help is when we send all the Republicans to the free education.
Greatest way to break a billionaire, go out and break rocks and throw over today. You're now a working class person.
Let's force them to build roads.
We need a federal government and a labor movement that is working together to strip power away from capitalists and
like Bernie Sanders and a cabinet of people make all the decisions for the climate.
And if necessary, just destroy property. And after we abolish landlords, we don't have to kill them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. So I'm a Carrot has the best comment. You can't be an anarchist and want total state power. That's very true. Very good comment there. I'm a Carrot. But we do have the facts that Mr. Bernie Sanders is radical Islam, and we also have proof that Ted Deutsch is, even though he claims that he's the Jewish congressman from Parkland. He's radical Islamist, guys. It's not just communism, guys. It's worse.
Well, it's the communist divide tool. I mean, it's like their pseudo anarchical army that they've created over the last 100 years, based out of Iran,
right?
And that they're using to call themselves the Palestinians. So people just don't understand how insane all this stuff is. Like, the Palestinian people are the Palestinian people. The Palestinian leaders are these people.
Yeah.
The Iranian people are Iranian people. The Iranian leaders are these people. The Korean people are Korean people. The Korean leaders are these people.
That's right.
China, same. All of these socialist, weird caveat conversations that we're having, it's division, and it is being brought to you by an army. And Q has told us about the Muslim Brotherhood. He has told us who they are. He's shown us how Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and Brennan's ties back to Iran, shown us all of these connections in the background of what they're doing with IT and Awan brothers. And this Clinton thing right here has to do with her IT person. That was another thing I forgot to mention. If we read the article, her IT person, along with Cheryl Mills, are going to have to show up to appear to testify. And Q connects us back to every bit of this and the whole IT scandal that was going on, and the way that they were compromising representatives on the surface and usurping them to compromise your community and bring people from foreign lands and just drop them off at the Safeway.
Shady, Ted Deutsch also had a Imran Awan connection. He had a worker and close friend, Rayo Abbas, that was added to Rep. Emmanuel Cleaver's and Ted Deutsch's payroll.
Yes, and what was the other guy's name that started with an F? Why I'm spacing
Fasid, right the Fasid guy from Bernie?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the national campaign manager. And what people don't realize is that this guy is sitting there saying, hey, I'm the Jewish congressman from Florida, and this is right next door. I mean, him, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they're all in this together. They're all bowing to the what do they call them? The
radical
squad.
Islamic.
Yeah. 15 things to know about Pakistani mystery man Imran Awan. In here you will find Ted Deutsch, guys. This is not just, and he says, I am a Jewish congressman from Parkland, guys. He's got Parkland on his watch, guys. Debbie Wasserman Schultz right down there as well, guys. They gave him the keys to the kingdom. This is an amazing article, guys, if you guys want to check it out.
They protect these people. They protect these people by them in public identifying as being Jewish, and then so anyone that says anything negative about them is obviously an anti-Semite. Much like Twitter Twitter just gave James Woods a suspension or a weird letter because he posted the George Soros meme.
That's right.
The big George Soros meme. That's the same thing. They're claiming that this guy's Jewish. He's not.
That's right.
Stop it.
I know, right? And these are the kind of things, Army Ranger, keep on keeping on, Patriots. Absolutely. Thank you, Army Ranger E9. Salute to you, my friend. Thank you so much. By the way, Zionist Jews are not righteous. They're not Jews, D. Landry. They don't believe in a God. Do you understand that? That's why the Jew stuff doesn't work. That's why we're saving Israel for last. They don't believe in God.
Right.
Hello? How can you have a satanic cabal and then say it's Jewish people? Because they believe in God, folks. I hate to tell you.
That's right.
That's right. You can call it a synagogue of Satan or a church of Satan or just satanic beliefs, guys. They do not believe in God. In fact, they think man should be God. And that's the biggest thing that people try to split. You know, that's why we're so brainwashed to think that it's the Jewish people. No, it's not the Jewish people.
It isn't any people.
It isn't any people.
They're not people at all. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Right? It's people that believe in a God that we don't believe in, folks.
They believe in something that you don't. Trust me. And that was a part of the way that over the years to red pill people on different subjects is like we have to suspend what the person you're talking to believes to understand it. Like it doesn't matter what you think. What we're talking about is what do they think?
Right.
How do they operate? What is their belief structure? What is their modus operandi? It has literally absolutely nothing to do with the existence of mankind other than controlling it whatsoever.
Right. Right.
They can't create like you. They can't manifest like you. They have no power of love like you. No power of prayer like you.
Right. They don't believe in God, folks. So that's what I want to just make sure everybody understands. I think most of you do. We've just been confused. You know, we've got Zionism is totally different than whatever. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. They don't want to be. It's the people that control our government didn't believe in God, folks. The people that controls Israel's government do not believe in God, folks. That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't call it this, that, or the other thing. You can't put a label on it.
The human condition comes stock with a few things. One is love, one is empathy, and one is compassion. If something walks around and it looks like a human, but it lacks love, empathy, and compassion, then it's not all human.
That's right.
I mean, let's just be realistic. It doesn't really matter what it is. What matters is it is feeding off of our energy and our blood, not living among us cohesively. Whatever it is, you can paint it up for me whatever you want.
That's right.
But the truth is, it's happening, and it is there to strike and divide, strike and divide, strike and divide, over and over and over. Religion, race, gender, orientation, pronouns, everything. You name it. Show me one thing that this insane group says that can even be arguably coordinated or compromised with. You can't, because it doesn't function the same as you, and that is good versus evil.
Yeah.
Evil is not human.
That's right.
It is evil.
That's why they say Rothschild. You guys, oh well, he's Jew, but he's in charge of the cults. Okay.
Whee!
Hello.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's there's a lot of things, and there's a big power struggle going on. And let me tell you, our president knows exactly what's going on, folks. And I think you guys do too. But we've got to shake some of the things that even us red-pilled people have, I guess, what do you want to call it? Believed in, right? United, not divided. That's right, David Jones. God wins. That's for sure. Coffee Crew. And Landry, God bless you, brother. You guys are awesome. They changed it to Red Shield, right? Yes, of course. But what I'm trying to say is that what we've all quote unquote learned, right? And you're gonna say Rothschild, Khazarian, all that stuff, whatever. They don't believe in God. However you want to label them in our little, because you got to remember, that's why we're saving Israel for last, because people are gonna call you an anti-Semite.
Yes.
Especially with the words that you're still using today that don't mean anything.
if you could go look at the Chan boards or the 8kun, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. This is the narrative that they're trying to bring. This is one of the reasons I think we're not talking about Corona right now, is because they're going to try to tie this in and wrap it up into Q people. It's the same thing that's going on with the plight of the situation in Israel, between Israel and Palestine. It's like everyone wants to scream and yell about, I support Israel, I support Israel. Well, the people who are Palestinian, who are being led by the opposition force that we're controlling to keep them in poverty. So you keep a split, you keep a divide. So you make people think, oh, we need those people over there and these people over here, in a world where there would be coexistence if there weren't leaders who were militant operatives.
Yep. See, people are still doing it. Khazarian Mafia. I mean, guys, you can call it that if you want, but you're hitting the trigger that will be so people won't listen to you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes. You're going to lose people to red pill.
Right. And and it's just they don't believe in God. You can just say people that don't believe in God. That's a lot simpler than some of the, like, just for example, 9/11 wasn't an inside job. That is one of those things. That they program you. You see what I mean? Love you too, DL Landry. Thumper Rose, public sovereign constitutional rule of law is equal law. Yep, it has nothing to do with religions. Thumper, well done. Absolutely. No, BB is not a good guy.
Absolutely not. That's blatantly obvious.
Yep. In fact, I'm trying to actually pull up the picture. Hang on, let me see. And
he's a good guy. Like Ayatollah Khomeini's a good guy.
Right. There.
But we have to work with the situation we're working with. Just like, oh, okay, well, the queen's not a good person, but we have to go there and deal with her. I mean, it's like...
atheist is not the word we're looking for, INF John. It's people that don't believe in God.
No, it's not atheism.
It's more satanic, more evil than that. But they did unleash the nihilists and atheists, as reported by Albert Pike many, many moons ago.
Yes, they did.
Right, so they're trying to put us to label them. You see,
hammer and divide.
Right,
strike and divide.
This is a tough one, guys. This is a real tough one to
really is.
To get with you. We must be prudent, exactly. And the topic. So, I went into that. Oh my gosh, it is the Jews. Oh, it's the Khazarians. Oh, I mean, I studied all this stuff, guys, just like you have and are. But what I've realized
you have to give a red pill.
Yeah, what I've realized from Q, I mean, look at that picture right there. Do you think he's our friend, guys? Do you think somebody's exerting power over somebody here? Our president is showing him who's boss right there, folks. How do you know, Alice? Do you know that for a fact? I'm just asking. I'm not. This is just a conversation amongst patriots. I don't know that he does or not. I know that he wants to fleece the United States and do it over and over again because that's what they do to us.
I know that he was part of the cooperative background layer that brought down 2 buildings on 9/11.
Chasing I-70, the Dow is just one day, dude.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, what BB believes is irrelevant to me. Yeah. I know what happened.
And when sometimes people say they believe in God, they're not talking about your God, right? Like in God we trust on our bill. That did not mean the God that we thought.
That's correct.
Sadly. I'm trying to find the quote right now. Let's see, who was it? Anti-America quote. Let me see. It's not a very easy quote to find on the internet for obvious reasons. Man, where did it go? It was talking about how they hate America and they want to fleece us over and over and over again, and they'll continue to do it. That was Benjamin Netanyahu in 1995, guys. I can't find it. Dang, I had it earlier. I showed it to you guys on another show.
I know which one you're talking about. I'm looking too.
Yeah, I showed it to you guys on another show. Let me see. Netanyahu. Anyways, we stand with the people that live in Israel, right? That are actually Jewish, guys. Because there
stand for all people who stand for freedom.
That's right. And that's what they've done to us too. I mean, we're sitting here, thinking that the Bushes, 3 buildings, 2 planes. They believed in God too, right? Do you think? You think when they go to worship the cremation of Carrot, Moloch, they believe in God, guys? You see? I'm just saying, I'm just trying to, get that out there with you guys.
One quote here, I got one quote from April 16th, 2008. We are benefiting from one thing, and that is the attack on the Twin Towers and the Pentagon and the American struggle in Iraq.
Yeah. Yeah.
2008.
Yeah. And so that's all I'm saying to you guys. This is a divisive topic. I know I'm not trying to make anybody mad. We're just trying to have a discussion here.
We have to lead into it, Matrixxx. I mean, this is part of why we're here, is to try to help steady the ship and also make things that are opaque more transparent so people can see how they're being divided and distracted and attacked. Because that's what it is.
Yeah. And, it's interesting, too, because they've got us like, I stand with Israel, and if you don't, it's, man, it's
You're anti-Semitic.
Yes. And I do stand with the people.
Or if you have any questions about the way Israel was started, or if you have any questions about the Balfour Agreement, or if you have any questions about what really happened in World War II, the fake news is kind of fake news, kind of been fake news since the beginning of the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're going to go on there and tell you what happened in World War II behind enemy lines. Come on now.
That's right. Yes, this is critical thinking, Philip Collins, for sure. Bilby was one of the perps, of course. They all were. I mean, just amazing, guys.
Strike and divide. Strike and divide.
Yeah. And I hope we didn't divide anybody here, because that's not our goal. Our goal is to bring all of us together.
Oh, we're not dividing anybody from here.
Yeah, and talk.
Because it's not about a belief structure.
Yeah, because, I'm telling you, this is a very touchy subject, guys, that we're going to have to deal with. You know what I mean? In the near future, because saving Israel for last for a very specific reason. And I think this is why it's a very specific reason. Oh, well.
Because it's the gaslighting issue that can be used against us in a way that's hard to defend against.
Yeah. Wow.
It's simple.
It is simple.
Really.
It is simple. And that looks like to me that President Trump knows what's going on with Bibi right there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you, Alice. Look at that picture with our president with Bibi, dude. Friends, right? Or does somebody know something more?
Looks similar to whenever the Pope was standing there with the sourpuss face on his.
That's right. That's right.
Hug.
Yep, J.R. Irvin, very well said. And D. Lander, yes, good versus evil. That's really the way that we should go with this. And I think that's what Q is telling us.
People.
Yes, it's good versus evil. That's right.
Individuals have freedom. Individuals have freedom to worship. Individuals have freedom to love. Individuals have freedom to be who they want to be. Control structures go opposite of that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's a very good way to put it, too. Very, very good way to put it. Oh, there's this is from the rally yesterday. That was a nice picture. I don't know if I showed that to you guys yesterday, but he was at the rally, saw Q guy, and there they are. Yelled, "Where we go, one we go all." It was awesome. Also, guys, remember, Barr is going after Silicon Valley, and if you want to a little bit more on this thread, this is the antitrust thread, guys, that I did about a year ago, maybe a little longer. If you open this, if you hit show thread right there, it'll wait to load, and you go and look at it, and there's the antitrust about Bill Barr, and then this is all about antitrust. Look at this. Do you trust him? I don't. It's antitrust, guys. Remember, we kind of covered that yesterday. So that's it, Shady. That's what I got for today. Want to let you guys know tomorrow is moving day for Mama Matrixxx. Yeah, and I won't be around tomorrow. Just so you know. So yeah, oh boy, here we go, Bar. B2 Bomber. So we won't be here tomorrow, guys, but we will miss you. And thank you guys for all of your help and all of your patience on this too, Shady.
Yes, and everybody is a little bit on edge out there about everything going on. I would like to suggest that we all take a breath, stand back, and watch what they are doing, and field questions. I want you to be like an outfielder. Okay, you don't really do a lot till something's hit your way, right? So whenever someone from your past steps back into your life and asks you a question, that is your moment to shine. And in that moment, you don't go down the path of divisive conversation. You go down the path of uniting conversation. You go down the path of like, oh, well, okay, well, we disagree here, but let's find where we agree. And then from common ground, we heal each other. Then from common ground, we find understanding within the eyes of the other person. That is the opposite of strike and divide. That is what your job is on planet Earth as red-pilled, Q-centric, MAGA patriots worldwide. This is not just America. This is worldwide, and people are going to be coming to you because they're seeing this. They're getting ready to put Biden up there. They're getting ready to steal it from Bernie. It's all going to go on right in front of you, and we need to keep it simple for new people. Complex doesn't help you red pill. Simplicity gets you miles. And just like Matrixxx says all the time, the truth is learned, it's never told. That's exactly what I mean by being an outfielder. When someone comes to you and they ask you for truth, you share with them how to find it, not what you think it is. Big difference there.
Wow.
Love you all. We're taking a little break tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday, Matrixxx.
Yes, sir.
You have a good day. Don't hurt your back.
Yeah, somebody said to live with your legs. You don't do the back, right? Thank you guys very much. Yeah, and I just want to say thank you guys very much. That was a tough talk because this is a tough this is a tough thing that we're talking about right now because a lot of people do stand with Israel, as do I, the real people of Israel. And we're going to go out because it is National Anthem Day. Here we go. Guys, much love. D. Landry, thank you so much, brother, because you kind of spawned some of that for us, and I just want to tell you thank you very much. You're amazing. You guys all are amazing. Jay Patriot says, keep it simple, stupid. Absolutely. Much love to you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Shady Groove with 3 O's on Twitter, intheMatrixx with 3X's.com. See you guys.